My dentist, Dr. Martinez. Everyone in town loved him because he was so gentle and never hurt anyone during procedures. I went there for years, never felt a thing during cleanings or fillings. He'd always say, "You won't feel this at all," and he was right. I actually looked forward to dental appointments, but my breath got worse even though I brushed constantly. Food started getting stuck in places it never did before. My girlfriend mentioned my smile looked different, but I couldn't see it. Dr. Martinez always had explanations. Genetics, he'd say. Some people just have softer enamel. He'd prescribe expensive mouthwash that made everything worse. During one appointment, I felt something sharp fall into my mouth. Dr. Martinez quickly suctioned it out and said it was just a piece of old filling. The receptionist always looked nervous around him. She'd stutter when scheduling my next appointment. Once I caught her crying in the bathroom after he yelled at her about patient files. My insurance started rejecting more claims. They said I was having too many procedures for someone my age. Dr. Martinez got angry when I mentioned it. His hands shook while he worked on my mouth that day. I started getting bills for procedures I didn't remember having. When I questioned them, he showed me consent forms with my signature, but I never remembered signing them. I noticed he always scheduled me for the last appointment of the day. The parking lot would be empty. Other patients in the waiting room looked miserable. Everyone had bandages or swollen faces, but they all praised Dr. Martinez when asked. Their eyes looked dead, though. The tools he used looked different from other dentists I'd seen on TV. Sharper, more aggressive looking. When I asked about them, he changed the subject immediately. My friends started avoiding me. They said my breath smelled rotten even after brushing. Some made excuses not to sit near me at restaurants. My teeth started shifting. Gaps appeared overnight. I'd wake up with my mouth tasting like metal. Blood on my pillow became normal. Dr. Martinez said it was just adjustment periods from all the work. He installed a new chair that reclined further back than normal. I felt completely helpless lying in it. The restraints seemed tighter than they needed to be. He started taking photos of my mouth at every visit, way more than seemed normal. He'd zoom in on specific teeth and mutter numbers under his breath like he was calculating something. Then he began asking personal questions. How much money I made, if I lived alone, whether I had family in town. He wrote everything down in a separate folder. One day I arrived early and found him in his office counting cash, thick stacks of bills spread across his desk. When he saw me, he quickly shoved everything into a safe I'd never noticed before. He offered me a payment plan for future work. He already knew exactly what procedures I'd need for the next 5 years. The timeline was eerily specific. Then I moved to college and had to find a new dentist. That's when everything fell apart. The new dentist took one look at my mouth and went silent. He called in 2 other doctors. They were all whispering and pointing at my teeth. Who did this work? He finally asked. I told him about Dr. Martinez, how amazing he was. The dentist showed me the x-rays. My mouth was completely destroyed. You should be in agony right now, he said. That's when it hit me. Dr. Martinez was giving me so much anesthesia I couldn't feel anything. While I was numb, he was destroying my teeth on purpose. He'd drill holes in healthy teeth. Each visit, he made everything worse. 18 surgeries, $40,000. I called his other patients. Everyone needed major work after leaving him. Police found his hidden records, photos of ruined mouths, notes about how much money each destroyed smile would make. Who's the most psycho?
Has another parent ever gotten mad at you for saying no to their child? A mom at my daughter's soccer game demanded I give her 8-year-old my custom wheelchair because her son really wanted to try it. When I politely declined, she screamed that I was selfish and discriminatory in front of 200 parents. Then she tried to physically remove me from my own mobility device while her husband filmed it, claiming I was hoarding disability resources from able-bodied children. I've been paralyzed from the waist down since a car accident. My wheelchair isn't just transportation. It's a $15,000 custom-fitted medical device calibrated for my spine and daily needs. It's like asking someone to hand over their prosthetic leg so your kid can try being disabled for fun. This kid, maybe 8 years old, became fascinated with my wheelchair at my daughter Emma's soccer practice. He kept asking questions about the wheels, the brakes, how fast it could go. Can I sit in it? He asked innocently. Sorry, buddy, but this is specially made just for me, I explained gently. It wouldn't fit you, right? That's when his mother, Karen, materialized like a helicopter parent superhero. My son Brayden asked you a simple question, she said, hands on her hips. The least you could do is let him try it for 2 minutes. I understand he's curious, but this is medical equipment. It's not safe for someone who doesn't need it. Karen's face flushed red. That's ridiculous. It's just a chair with wheels. Brayden has good balance. Ma'am, this chair is calibrated for my specific medical needs. Are you seriously going to deny a child a simple request because you're gatekeeping your disability? She interrupted. That's discrimination against able-bodied people. I blinked, trying to process the backwards logic. This is literally my legs. Don't be dramatic, she snapped. You're sitting here doing nothing anyway. Brayden would actually use it properly. He'd have fun with it instead of just taking up space. Other parents were starting to stare. Emma looked mortified from the field. The answer is no. This isn't a toy. That's when Karen completely lost it. Fine, she screamed loud enough for the entire soccer complex to hear. I guess disabled people think they're more special than everyone else. She grabbed the handles of my wheelchair and tried to tip me forward to help me out of it. I had to grip the wheels to prevent myself from falling face first onto the concrete. Get your hands off me, I shouted. Her husband Dave came running over with his phone out recording. Karen, get it on video. Show everyone how selfish she's being. I'm documenting disability discrimination, Karen announced to the crowd, still gripping my chair. This woman is refusing to share public resources with a child. Public resources? I stared at her in disbelief. This is my wheelchair. I bought it with my insurance for my paralyzed undersized legs. Wheelchairs should be community property for educational purposes, she declared, making up policies on the spot. That's when Coach Martinez, a 6'4" former college football player, stepped in. "Ma'am, you need to remove your hands from her wheelchair immediately," he said in a voice that could stop traffic. "She's discriminating against my son," Karen protested, finally letting go. "No," Coach Martinez said slowly. "You're asphalting a person in a wheelchair, on camera, that your husband is recording." Dave's face went white as he realized what he'd actually captured. "Furthermore," the coach continued, "asking someone to give up their medical equipment so your kid can try being disabled is probably the most offensive thing I've heard this season." "Pack up and leave," Coach Martinez said. "Braden can finish the season with another team." "You can't kick us out," Karen shrieked. "Actually, I can. It's called protecting our players' families from harassment." Dave was already dragging Karen toward their Tesla, muttering about lawsuits. Karen kept yelling over her shoulder about disability privilege and reverse ableism. The next day, Dave's video went viral on social media, but not the way they intended. The comments were universally horrifying them. Within 48 hours, Karen was fired from her job as a school administrator. Dave's law firm quietly suggested he take a sabbatical. As another parent